She didn't ask for love, she only wanted to feel alive, and it took 3 days to destroy her life forever. In a forgotten Balkan village where tradition ruled harder than law, a woman's quiet longing will collide with a male pride, social hypocrisy, and violence. This is not a love story, this is a warning. Because when desire is treated like a sin, life can end in just 3 days. We meet Mara, a middle aged woman living in a rural village where time feels frozen. Her days repeat endlessly: wake up, cook, clean, obey, and sleep. Her husband Pater is not openly abusive, that make it worse. He is cold, dismissive, and emotionally absent. And there is no attraction, no conversation, no tenderness. Mara exists not as a partner but as property. The village reflects the same value. Men drink, talk politics, make decisions. Women serve, listen, and disappear. Mara has learned not to complain. Complaints change nothing here. Her punishment is not just violence, it's invisibility. And the film takes its time showing how loneliness works. Mara watches younger woman. She remembers who she used to be. She still feels desire, not intimate hunger, but human warmth. Pater notices none of it. To him, her silence means obedience. To her, silence is survival. This emotional vacuum prepares the ground for what comes the next. Because when someone has been desperate long enough, even a small kindness feels like a salvation. And the story shifts when Ivan, a younger man from the city, arrives to help with work. And for the first moment, he feels out of place, softer, more attentive, less bound by the village rules. Ivan looks peoples in the eyes. He listens, he asks questions. And for the first time in years, someone treats Mara like a person. Their conversations are subtle. Shared meals, long silences, glances that carry too much meaning. Nothing explicit happens, but everything changes. Isn't romance, it is recognition. Mara begins to change almost completely. She stands straighter, speaks more, smiles without realizing it. Ivan becomes her mirror, reflecting back the woman she forgot she was. Their connection deepened into physical intimacy. But this intimacy is not glamorous. It awakened, urgent, and desperate. It feels less like a passion and more like two drowning people grabbing on each other. Mara knows the risk, even underestimates it, because in this village, a woman's desire is unforgivable. And the village senses the shift before seeing the proof. Long lingers, whispers spread, judgment begins quietly. Pater notices changes in Mara and feels something far more dangerous than jealousy: loss of control. For men like him, love doesn't matter, ownership does. Ivan becomes a threat, not because of the affair, but because he exposes Pater's emptiness. The tension thickens, the hair feels heavy, and violence is approaching, slowly and inevitable. Here the title becomes reality, that the 3 days that changes everything. Over the crucial 3 days, events spiral beyond the repair. Pater comforts Ivan, accusation turns into humiliation, and masculine pride demands retribution. The village does not intervene. It silently sides with tradition. What follows is sudden, brutal, and final. The act of violence is not fueled by passion, but by social permission. Because when society agrees a woman has crossed a line, punishment becomes acceptable. And one moment ends multiple lives. And there is no dramatic justice, no police, no moral revoking. The village absorbs the tragedy like it absorbs everything else. Pata continues living. Man justify, woman lower their eyes. And Mara, she's still alive, but emptier than ever. The price of wanting to feel alive was a total eraser. And the film closes in silence, the most powerful sound of all. Nothing changes, and that is the horror. Life lasts 3 days is not about anything, but it's about emotional imprisonment and violence and a society that pushes the woman for remembering they are human. Life didn't end in 3 days. Hope did, freedom did, and the illusion of safety did. And it didn't asking you to judge her choices. It's asking you to notice how little choice she ever had. The story could have ended differently if listening mattered, if kindness wasn't dangerous, and if silence didn't feel safer than truth. But in some places, survival comes at a terrible cost. You are allowed to live as long as you never tried to be alive. And maybe that's the real ending. Not the violence, not the loss, but the quiet agreement to pretend nothing happened. And if you like the video, please do like, share, subscribe.